Hey there, Pixie fam. Today we are at Epcot and we're doing a pin trading challenge. Today I have 6 pins with me, and the reason why we only have 6 pins is because we're going to try to spell Disney using our pins, which means we got to find characters. So for D, we can find Daisy, Duffy. For I, well, we'll figure it out. So let's get into this pin trading challenge. Before we get started, make sure you sprinkle some pixie dust on the like button, fly over to the subscribe button, and in true Tinker fashion, hit that bell so you never miss a video or a live stream. Let's go. We are headed to Pin Traders for our first stop because there's usually a good pin board in there. D should be easy. We can get Daisy, we can get Duffy. There's a few things that we can get. I is going to be a problem, so let's go over into Pin Traders and see what we can find. We are at our first board. I see a pin that we need, Duffy. All right, we got our first letter of Disney and we got Duffy to represent the D in Disney. Now let's go and see if we can find the I, because I feel like that's going to be the most difficult letter to find. There is a pin board in guest relations, but oh my gosh, it is busy, so I will not go over there and bother them. Sometimes when guest relations is busy, they will bring the pin board outside. I don't see it outside, so we're going to keep going because they look like they have a lot going on. All right, we found another pin board over here. Hi, how's it going? How are you? Good. Just going to check out your board real fast and see if there's anything that we need. All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Nothing on that pin board. I was looking and I hoped that I might see something that starts with an I. I think we're just gonna have to look for Iago or maybe an ice cream pin, but we're gonna have to get really lucky for the letter I. I should also preface this, I want to do this in order. I want to spell the word Disney in order as it's meant to be spelled. Let's head into World Showcase. There is usually a pin board at the guest relations tent over here to the left. If not, we will head into Port of Entry into the shops because there is a pin board there as well. And then we will start hitting World Showcase because there are pin boards hidden throughout all of World Showcase. All right, we are headed to our next pin board over here. There is one on the guest relations booth, and let's see. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So I'm trying to pin trade for the word Disney, and I'm looking for a pin that starts with the letter I. I know, impossible, right? Except for Iago, but other than that, I'm like maybe an ice cream pin or something. That's what we're looking for. All right, so at the guest relations booth, they were very helpful. They showed me how to use Google Lens to look up what a pin is because we weren't sure if this was India, but it turns out it's a small world representing the India area on It's a Small World. So I think that counts as I more than anything else because both letters, It's a Small World and India. So there we go. Let's go to our next pin board. My goal in this is not to trade 2 pins at the same board. So she had a scar pin. I could have got that to be my S, but I want to keep myself on track with rules and going around to hitting different boards. If I have to go back, I'll go back for that scar pin, but let's keep moving forward to different boards and see if we can find the S. All right, we are headed into Port of Entry to see if we can find a pin that starts with an S. I believe the board's in this one. It might be in the other one, but I'm almost 100% certain the pin board is here in this one. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we found the board and I see Snow White. We're gonna grab that as our S in Disney. All right, so there we got a Snow White pin to represent our S. What's funny is there was an Iago pin, so I guess if I didn't find this one, I would have got that one over here. But now we have Snow White, so now we're on to the N. We are going into Disney Traders for our next pin board. I never thought that there was one in here because I always thought it was just in Port of Entry, but she said there's one in Disney Traders, so let's see if we can find it. So many good things, but we're looking for something that starts with the letter N. Oh.
You have 2 of them?
One of them's for my
I
friend.
don't see anything.
I think they are cute.
Okay.
So cute.
Now I have to think about what starts with the N because I don't even
Yeah.
No, I didn't think about
But
what starts
you
with an
have
N,
to
and there is
come
not
with it.
anything on
Yeah,
this board. We're just gonna check out your pin board. Okay, so we're looking for a pin that starts with the letter N. And that's what we're trying to find right now, and I don't see. And see, again, this is things like, what's that character's name? What's this character's name? That's Mulan. Cupcake. Oh, look at that Walt pin, though. Oh my God. Now I wish I had an extra pin. Okay, so now we're going to have to get our handy in a Google search to find out what that character's name is and what that character's name is. All right, so we just left Norway and they had nothing there. And I am headed to China now. And I say we because I found a Journeys with Jess. And she is trying to help me on this journey. And I did not realize N was going to be this difficult. I thought I was going to be difficult, but N is proven to be more difficult. So we are headed to China to check another pin board. That's funny. I see Iago. So again, I would have had I, but I don't see anything on this board that starts with an N. Again, we are lost. We have some pin traders helping us try to find if they have anything with an N, but N is proven to be really hard. All right, say hi to my beautiful friend to help me get our N for Disney. And we got a Nani pin. What's your name?
My name is Kay.
Kay, and you are a pin trader for how long?
Since 2019.
Oh, I love that. And what's been your favorite part about it?
Just talking to people, meeting people, helping complete sets,
You're amazing. She's amazing for helping us do that. And I'm so thankful. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Yes, thank you. I am so grateful for her for trading this Nani pin to me because I thought we were going to have a difficult time looking for the N, and she was so sweet. Now we're on to E. So maybe Eeyore, maybe Dumbo because he's an elephant, maybe an E ticket pin because I've seen those before. Let's go and see what we can find. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. So I'm doing a pin trading challenge where I'm trying to spell Disney with pins. So I have the D-I-S, the N, and now we're just looking for the E. We're looking for something that starts with E. And this is going to prove to be very difficult. What's his name? What is your name? What is your name? Does your name start with an E? Let's find out. We'll find out. We'll do some research. Hi, how are you? Oh, so we're looking for pins that start with an N. Oh my gosh, there's so many of the hidden Mickeys on here though. Oh my gosh, and wouldn't you think, no, we're looking on E. What's really funny right now is that Nani pin she traded me is on this board. That Nani pin she traded me is on this board. We need an E, oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna have to revert to Google again because I don't see anything that could possibly be an E on this board. But they immediately removed their post. Hi, how are you? I just want to check out your pin board.
You have a lot.
He does have a lot, and we're hoping for something that starts with I see an Elsa.
Yes!
Yes, we need that Elsa. We're gonna grab her from you. Thank you so much.
Are we sure that's Elsa and not Tink?
It's Elsa.
Okay.
It's Elsa.
And then, do we have to find a Y on a different
We have to go on a different board.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We have finally found a pin that starts with the letter E. So we have Elsa. So now we have D-I-S-N-E. We are on our way to look for a Y, which is going to be probably even more difficult than finding a pin with an E. We're looking for maybe Yzma or something, or maybe just a yellow pin at this point. We'll figure it out. I focused too much on I being the hardest letter, and now E has been the hardest letter, and now we're on Y. I never thought about Y because I was too focused on I being difficult. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good. We are just searching for pins, and we're looking for a pin that starts with the letter Y, and there's the Yeti.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot believe that just happened that fast. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
We thought it was going to be like...
I thought it was going to take forever. Perhaps our easiest find of the day, we found the Yeti from Expedition Everest. So D for Duffy, I for It's a Small World, S for Snow White, N for Nani, E for Elsa, Y for the Yeti. We have spelled Disney, and that makes me so happy. And that's going to do it for this video. I am so happy that we finished this challenge. It took about 2 hours to complete. Literally the literally the letters I didn't think were going to be the hardest were the hardest because we weren't thinking simple, like Elsa, like Yoda. We were thinking more like Yzma or Eeyore, some of those characters that are harder to find. But we made it more difficult than it had to be, and I'm glad that we completed this challenge. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. I truly appreciate you. And to my patrons, thank you so much. You really make the world go round. It makes a whole world of difference to create this content for you, and I truly appreciate the love and support. Be sure to join me in the next one while we fly around Walt Disney World, leaving trails of pixie dust. Bye!